My life, 37 years worth of learning is in that, just from all this exhaust. It's like, it is full works. You don't get no more full works than this exhaust. So everything on that looks like it's periodically correct, apart from the fact that I put my name on it. But I'll show you now, it is stunning. It is looking works as works can be. Right guys, update. It's been a while again. A few days have passed. This video is not going to be the best video, is it? Just going to be like, just that, a load of time travelling. I think I've definitely done 2 weeks flat out. I've done 2 weekends. Saturday, Sunday, so that means I've done 3 weeks. I've done it. We're on Friday now. Done 3 weeks flat out, no breaks. Worked every single day for 3 weeks. My mind is scrambled. I have no idea. Well, I know it's Friday. I know it's Friday because we've got a wedding tomorrow. So I know it's Saturday tomorrow. That's as much as I know. I've been trying to get 3 bikes done on a 4 bikes. Did that Beamer. Beamer's going to be. It's on my computer. Wants to be uploaded. That went Tuesday. The Trackmaster went on Monday. I've got the Inter to do for today. I already here till about 10 o'clock last night, I think. Right, we're about. I've been here. I had my haircut yesterday. Don't know. Yeah. I were here till 10 o'clock last night. It was 8 o'clock. I was sat here with bike. Messaged the guy. Said it's near enough done. Just need to put bracket on. Pack it. Put some screws in it to hold the silencer in. And it was 8 o'clock, and I said he wanted to know how much, so I gave him a price and basically said that's where we are now. If I put that bracket on, that's how much the price is. But there were a couple of things I didn't take into account. I let him know that. I said I didn't take into account the front P clamp, and I didn't take into account and might want a little tab at the back. If he wants that, then I'll have to reevaluate the price, kind of thing. Because basically I said the P brackets are a nightmare. I'll start whipping sheets off. A P clamp can take you all day in your garage. They have to be so accurate. He's made his own, so I think he understood that it can take all day in your garage. I said I'll have a go. He said well it needs it, so yeah, do it. Man, I didn't want to do it. I told him it could take 3 goals, could take an unlimited amount of time. Basically it took 3 goals and it took 3 hours. 3 hours. Let me show you one of these. 3 hours just to make that. Well, make 3 of them because I've got that one. Scrapper. Basically just trying to mangle them a bit out of shape to try and fit the pipe and the engine nut, and they just won't go. So then as you make another one, make a bloody another one. That was 10 o'clock last night. I wrapped it up, thought, right, that's that done. All I need to do is come in tomorrow, do whatever I was going to do 8 o'clock last night. So, yeah, pricey P bracket, that pricey P bracket. But, I'll show you now, it is stunning, this exhaust. It's like, it is full works. You don't get no more full works than this exhaust. Well, you could do, but it is basically, it's what the bike would have had in. If you'd have took this, it's a 30s Norton, if you'd have took that to Norton in the 60s and said, I need a race silencer for that, this is what Norton would have given you. It's using Manx bits. It's, flat-sided Manx Mega off a 60s Norton with a little flat-sided Manx Mega bracket, class bolt on the top like a 60s Manx Mega. Just all of it. It is all spot on. Even P-clamp spot on. Right, I'm spinning you around. Let's have a look. Basically, I'm still struggling with the fact that I've got no beard and a clean cut. So yeah, that is basically what I've got there. That one has now become secret, so we'll cover that one up. You'll have seen it, but it'll be long gone by the time it's now become secret. Yeah, it'll be long gone by the time I've put this video up. This video will probably take a few months to get onto YouTube. I've been that busy. So yeah, that's what it's looking like. It's lush. I've had it on floor, so I've had that handlebar there went on these blocks. to see how far of that mega will touch the floor, and it basically, I reckon it'll have a touch out on that gear changer, or it'll touch out on bottom at plunger before it gets anywhere near exhaust. So here's the rock hard P-clamp that I flipping spent ages doing last night. Annoying that was. I've had that on and off, plus the other two about 50 times. Come down here, nice clasp bolt on the top, that's how they were on race bikes. And then up here, you'd never have that bracket on there, but they did have them on the flat-sided Manx Megas, so we're putting that on to make it look authentic. Nice flat-sided Mega. It's about 6 inches longer than a normal one, I think. So it's made at that end there to the dimensions of a Works Norton Manx Mega, but all of it normally it finishes there, and I've extended it down just to get it around the foot peg. So we've got dints in it for the original existing rubber, because we wanted to use that. Flat bar across my new bracket because you can't see that bolt anymore. And then I've dinted it out there to get that flipping round footrest. And I've had to cut and shut the Mega to bring it in, because I needed an S-bend in that, so I thought I'll do that with Mega instead of doing it on pipe. Basically to get as much silencer in as possible, so it's going to be packed with wadding from there to there, which is a lot more than what it had before. It had like that much, and it won't pass noise. So yeah, that's what I've got. And today, what we're going to do today, I might set camera up for a little bit of it. Basically, I'm going to pull it all off now, pull Mega off, braze round that. So what I've done, I've scribed a line around that, so when I pull it off I know where it goes, and then I can do it without having it on bike. So tack it on, maybe try it back on again, braze round it, then I need to fill it up with wadding, and then I basically need to put 3 screws in. And I spoke to a customer, I don't know if you can see that Racing's logo. Where I'm going to put the rivet is smack bang there. So halfway between that logo and the end, and in line with it, I'm going to put, not a rivet, a domed edged Allen head in there. And then I'm going to put one on the very top of it, which is there, which will be on the back side of it, so you barely see that one. And then I'm going to put one opposite that logo, so the logo's there, I'll have another one coming in on that side, on bottom, which you'll never ever see. So neither of us are that keen on putting them screws in, but it's the only way you'll get that silencer back out. And if I just put it in line with that logo, at least it looks like it's meant to be there. So everything on that looks like it's periodically correct, apart from the fact that I put my name on it and the fact that it'll have a few domed head screws in it. Everything else is period. It's proper. Everything's worked. Everything. If it didn't have my name on, I reckon you could get away with flogging that as a proper works exhaust. People will be like, you know, that looks original, which is what I want it to look like, really. I wanted it so that he could possibly stick that on Facebook, eBay, and pass it off. Like, oh, I found this 1930s race silencer, does anybody want it? Don't know how much money you'd sell that for if it were a proper one. If it were like some prototype, Works Plunger Manx exhaust, well, it's worth more than £1,000 all day long, I'd say. That's what I'd say. I mean, it's going to get to some flipping here, that once he's had it all chromed. I'd go for high-end chrome on that, I think, just because it's a proper thing, innit? It's a proper thing. So yeah, let's pull it apart. I'm going to pull it apart. I'll set you up over here. We'll braze that bracket on. Get it, throw it all back on bike. See, make sure it fits one more time. A couple more dints. I need to dint it out a little tiny bit. Then we'll pack it up with wadding, put some screws in, and he'll be here this afternoon. So I'll stop chatting, start cracking on. Right, been nice to see you again this week. Right, guys, I nearly forgot about that again. I'm just looking for a little stand for my phone. So yeah, just totally forgot to stick that on camera. There we go. Right, I've got both cameras rocking. You can't see me like, can you? Basically, just want to stick a bit of braze around there. Yeah, that might help you a little bit. Probably still can't see me. Yeah, I'm going to put a bit of flux around there. Bit of flux on that. It's still a bit warm. Then just run a quick, fine little bit of braze around it. You want to do it quick and fine because otherwise it'll sink. That'll sink down into metal. That if you get it a bit too hot. So yeah, a bit of that on. I wonder if you can just skim that out. There we go. I think that is known as a saddle bracket for some reason. I think that's how they are because they saddle across. And it's done alright, it's not sunk that much, it just wants a little bit of a grind over where it's... let's get you unlocked. Where it runs over slightly. So that's what it's looking like. And that's how they were on a 62, 61, 60, 59 onwards, I think. They'd have a piece of metal that slipped up like that. And it just slid all the way up to there, grabbed round this part. That'd be brazed to the outer metal slip. So, and what that did then is it give a loose fitting between the Mega and the bracket that slid all the way over the top of it, called a muff bracket. So I've took that bracket which you would normally put onto the slip-on bracket and just brazed it straight onto here. So it looks like that. That's Norton Works parts, that. And like saying, with that bolt being on the top, that's how a Works Norton would be. The D shape, that's how a Works Norton would be. The only thing that's going to let it down are them two nuts, bolts, Allen heads, them two Allen heads. The three that'll be round the outside, and the Racing's name. But like I say, he could pass it off as an original one if it didn't have that in, so that's just to make sure that no one's getting scammed. The only thing that'll make this look like it's a reproduction is the name, and everything else will be as they were. So next thing to do now, probably dunk that while it's still hot in water, try it on bike again, maybe put a couple of extra dints in here, a little bit more in there. And then we're going to get onto the stage of packing it, drilling it, finishing it. And then I'm going to take it outside big door because I know the guy's coming down today, so we can unlock the big door, slide it open, take it outside, take some photographs in front of the big door because Flipping Ashley's car's not here no more, so we'll get a full big blue door. I might even try and get up on balcony, on neighbour's balcony opposite to try and get a nice picture downwards. So, got big plans for the day, big photo plans. Oh, interesting news. This will be out like a month later, but today, that Royal Enfield job paid off. They unveiled that in south of France at Biarritz, I think. I don't know how the heck you say that, but yeah, Wheels on Waves at the surf competition down in south of France, where France meets Spain. Yeah, they unveiled that last night. I were here, sat here at 10 o'clock last night doing this, and I was stressed out in my head until all that started coming through. Cooper B were tagging me in a load of stuff, and I was just like, oh my god, brain overload. Mike Wolf from American Pickers, I've got a little clip of him going, cheeky look. So yeah, I'll try and edit that up and put it on my stories and stuff. Definitely save that. I'm actually going to ask him, see if he's still got that saved on his phone. Yeah, what a day yesterday were. I flipping love that because all the stress of that. What's that? That's the recent video, isn't it? It's the recent video. The one before the Beamer. The Beamer's not on there yet, but yeah, the Royal Enfield before that. I think we sussed out that were start of April, end of March, start of April I were working on that. And now it's end of June. I think it's end of June. April, May, June. 2 months later, and I'm reaping the rewards. And they're not rewards, no rewards to it, but it just makes you feel better when you actually see them finished. Just like, worth all that effort, worth all that stress, worth all them long hours, weekends, all that stuff. But it's the same with this. When you see this, I'll probably look out for them on Facebook when they're racing these down south in Lansdowne or at Goodwood or whatever. I'll be trawling through photographs like, where's that bike, where's that bike, where's that bike, where's that bike, how good does it look? Because loads of people have been taking photographs of it, that kind of thing. Normally if they're good, a lot of people will take a load of photographs of it, and then I can go looking for photographs. So, plan now. Plan. I say, I'll put you back up here, I think I'm going to knock a dint or two in this. Just wants a little bit more clearance on it. I know my phone camera's still running as well, that's just been recording a metal bar for... Metal bar, yeah. I'll stop that one. Stop that one. Just going to try and make an interesting reel out of it. So yeah, I just want to get that done. It's probably past its time now. Give it a quick whip over with grinder before we put some fire on it again. Constantly wondering where my battery life's going and my memory card's going, and then I just leave you staring at nap off all day, don't I? Right. Right, that's that cleaned off. Next on my list is to put some fire in it. I'm trying to see if I can get you all in, but you can see bike, see mega. Basically, I've got, every time I'm doing this now, I've got to leave that end baffle plate in because it's helped keeping the shape. Once I put all these dints in it, it's trying to lose its shape. It'll just try and flatten itself out. So what I'm going to do, leave that in. I want a bit of a dint there for shocker. I want a little bit more dint in that just because it's all moved about, and then I want another little dint there because it's all touching still. I've been creeping it in millimetre at a time, and once I put that P-clamp on the front, I was just like, fucking hell, them gaps are well tight now. So yeah, just wants a little bit more. I think I can get a little bit more on top of that. Hit that with a big round wooden mallet. Right, fire in the hole. Just make sure I've got all my hammers first. I think that's that one I want over there. Let's see if that's recording again. No, let's get this one back on. Can't go too far in on that one because the baffle tube's behind it. The silencer that pops that end out every time I do it. So I can get that to go back in. Yeah. Right. Squash that in up floor then. Bit more on this one. That one's miles away from silencer tube, so that should be easier. When you hammer that one, it's hammering onto the silencer tube and then it's moving end out. these they all look a bit rough, but they're all on backside. Obviously it's not going to restrict it at all because the gas is only going to go down inside of that tube on the inside, so it's only eating into the silencer. Wow, that we're hot. I can smell my skin. Yeah, it's only eating into the silencer, so it's taking up a bit of silencer space. It's not actually taking anything out of the gas flow. This one's going to need a bit of chalk there, I think, because that'll all disappear in a minute. Right, roughly about there. Just wants a crack quick hammer. That should probably do that. Right, she's covered in splodges, isn't she? Got dints and marks everywhere. I say, but hopefully that should make it look like that's what proper works. Things look like that. I'll get you up so you see my face. A proper works exhaust. They're fitted to a bike, aren't they? If you just buy one off the shelf, they barely never ever simp bike. It's made in a jig. You make it loose, you leave a gap like that everywhere, all the way down from head. Leave it that far away from frame, leave your silencer that way far away from shockers. Everything's more than an inch away. An inch would be a good gap. Whereas on a race bike, that's an inch closer to the floor in it, it's an inch closer to tarmac when you're banking it over. So I want everything rammed, ram it in against the bike. And that's the main idea. I was talking to the guy about it, about putting that dint in that plunger. And he was like, "Oh, I don't want a dint in plunger." And I said, it's resting on plunger now. I put that dint in for the bolt, put the dint in for peg. And that was all sat clear. There were no gap, there were gaps on everything, all the way down the front of the pipe. Gap all the way down, but like minute gaps all the way down. And the only thing that we're touching is just a mega we're touching on plunger at the back. So I said to him, I'm just leaving that. That is me distance set. I'm going to leave that, and then once I've got it all fixed in place, get it all rammed onto the bike, dead tight, then go in, put the dint in afterwards. So then that'll leave the same amount of gap round the shocker. So once this has cooled down, I think what I'll do now is just going to have a quick smoke. Because if this fits, it fits, and then it's coming back off and packing it, and we're done. Outside for some photographs. So yeah, I'll have a quick smoke, drink my brew before it goes cold, because that's my last coffee today. Yeah, stop this phone camera from running on recording a video now. Can record in the bar again. Yeah, that were a long video. That were about 15 minutes of just me trying shit. So yeah, do that. Then we'll pack it, put the bolts in. It's always the scariest bit, that, because this is all dead nice on end here. You can't see it. I can take it off, but it's hot. Yeah, it's all dead nice on end there, all finished. Like, just, it's good to go. That just wants buffing off and chroming. But once I got in that now, there's a week's worth of work in that, plus the pipe and whatnot, and I've got to drill 3 holes in end of it, and if I muck them 3 holes up, it's fucked, innit? It's fucked, no going back from that then. So you just got to make sure, sometimes, a lot of the times when you're drilling like silencers to put rivets in and stuff, they'll move the hole, they'll move up a bit, down a bit, left a bit, right a bit, and you've got nothing you can do about it. And rather than be all smack bang in a line, you go around and one will just be like, drop down a mil, and then back up on that. I'm just like, oh my God. And normally, it's the one on the flipping front that does it. I don't know why it does it all the time. It's like Sod's Law, innit? Sod's Law. Yeah, the one that you don't want it to happen to, it happens to. It's moved it out again, that bad. Ah, yeah, we're back in. keep pushing that down on 4. It's tight. So yeah, that's my plan. Let's go and have a brew. Let's go and have a brew and calm down, think about it. Probably take me an hour to put them 3 bolts in. So I'll be back soon. Right guys, I've just done the worst part of the job. Drilled 3 holes in there. They're in the right place. So my next job now is to knock the baffle plate out, the silencer end. I keep calling that a baffle and it's not that. That's the baffle, that he supplied me with. He just throws them in. If you can't pass the noise test, he throws one of them in. Like that. Bolt it into them 2 new holes. I'm not putting 6 in. I don't like 6. Said to the guy, they look like a Gatling gun when you've got that many bolts sticking out end. His old one is ugly as. So yeah, we've just got the 2 in there to hold that original plate in. And then what I need to do, yeah, I say knock that out, bolt on the 3 bolt, put 3 bolts and nuts in place, and then tack on the nuts on the back with a bit of braze, which is the same as I've done with them. Then I can put it all back in, pack it up, put the Allen heads in, and it's finished. I'll put it all back on bike then. So this is me trick. I need to show a customer this. That's the best way of getting that out. It's just to tap it on bench. So it's moved half an hole. There we go, coming to end now. There we go. So that's out. So now, yeah, I've drilled all the way through. So yeah, I've got my holes on inside. I need to tack to them. They've come out a little bit lower than what I expected them to. Or yeah, I wanted them halfway in that band, but they're a bit closer to the top than I expected. Just need to take the little burr off the back. Got a tiny little burr there, always a bit of a pain to get to. Luckily it's not that big. And like I said, put Allen heads in there with the nuts on the back of them. Tack the nuts to the back. Then pull it all apart, put it all back together again. Done, bosh. I am so excited. Basically, because yeah, this last little bit, just tack 3 nuts on them. We're out of here. Say out of here. I've got to wait till about tea time for him to come and pick it up. I think he set off from down south this morning about 11. So he said he would get it for about 4 or 5. It's nice and sunny outside, so I'm thinking I'll set my phone up on opposite side of the road and just film it. I'll wheel it out and then take some photographs of it outside in front of the door. Tasty. He even said he wouldn't mind listening to what it's like, so we might even have it fired up as well, you know, this, which I don't know if be hard to get. I want to do it, stick it on a reel probably, and then stick it on my Instagram. Be hard to, I could maybe possibly set this up at door, possibly. Better keep my eye on that battery. So yeah, do a bit of filming, get this packed up, do a little reel of me bringing it outside. I'll take some photos, stick the battery on charge, and then if he fires it up, we'll try and film it with this and the phone. So yeah, I'm going to crack on. I'm just going to file this, do a bit of thingy. I'll spin you around when I get Brazen Torch out, but it's not going to be that interesting. But yeah, I'll just do a bit more work and I'll be back. Right guys, back to this stage again. Let me try and find my phone. Sometimes I don't even make these into reels, you know. That's why I started doing YouTube, because I take all these videos and sometimes I think, I don't like to edit that into a catchy reel. You know, I've just not got the skills to be editing stuff. So then I thought, I've got all this footage. What should I do with it? Flip and stick it on YouTube. And you can just watch it all instead of me editing it down. So yeah, that's where we're at. But let's stick that in there. Yeah, get some, right, we're on. That's on. Need to turn my gas on. Bit of water in that flux, it's a bit dry. Tell you something, flux powder is a weird thing. Like, you have it just about right, so it's just runny, and then you come back to it a few hours later and the water will have evaporated off and you've just end up with flipping cement in bottom of it, and then you put a bit more water in and it turns back into paste again. I went to paste that one up then and it spun round. So yeah, it's going to be tricky this. Oh, I've got a bit of that on the thread. Try and keep. Well, it won't matter if I've got it on the thread as long as I keep the brazing rod away from it. Braze won't really stick to. I think there's going to be a couple of techie bits on there as well. A few tight angles. Right. Find me lighter next. Something that were close to being on the thread after I said all that. Just not on much room to move. Who knows whether that's going to come out now. I am scared. Scared because it's the last bit. I say that flipping hood that I've put in's in my way. Do a smaller rod. Let me just trim that down. Maybe that being half the size. Right. If I foot them up because I didn't trim that down, I'm not going to be happy. Bit. Dip it and pray, so that's cooled down that now. All in, all brazed in, get an Allen key on there, hope that they turn out. Remember doing this on that Royal Enfield job and they didn't turn out. They did that crunchy noise and then it just gets stuck sometimes. I'm hoping that's just flux. Oh no, it's a bit dodgy, that one. I think they've all got a bit of crispy flux on the end because that's a bit crackly. One out though. Pray to the thread gods. So this one's coming, it's got flux on the end of it. It's like it's breaking up glass off the end. It's like trying to pull the thread through when the thread's got glass on the end of it. I'm just saying for this one is really stiff. What do I do with them when they come out? Yes! What do I do with them now? Because they've gone golden now because of the heat. I'm just going to throw them in a bag and go and get some shiny ones back out so they look nice. Get 3 new ones out. There we go. Give this a wipe down. Stop my camera on this one because it's done. And I want to leave enough room to record it, me pulling it out and whatnot. Yeah, give it a clean up. Anyway, I'll off camera then, won't I? Give it a clean up. Stuff it back in. I'm going to wrap it and stuff it. So I'll spin camera in. We'll go around that bench over there and we'll get it done. Right, back and thinking. Oh, where is? I'll stop you a minute. He's going to get the wrapping out, and then boring bit is all itchy and itchy, scratchy. Stick a flipping jumper on, I think, because I've got a wedding tomorrow. I don't want to be scratching like mad. Yeah, it's itchy stuff, that fiberglass stuff, innit? I need to wrap that, put it in. It's not going to go in easy because it's in a cone. My battery's about to die, so I'll stop you. I might just show you the last bit sliding it in because it's done. It'll go together. So, she's done. Yeah. I've just had it outside for some photographs because basically I'm hanging about a bit today. I finished majority of this off last night, then at 10 o'clock last night, which has meant I've only had a couple of hours to do today, and I were hoping that I'd be out of here for 5, but he said he's going to get here about 5:30, 6. Traffic's bad, so we'll call that 6. So yeah, I'm just tossing about, really. Like I say, it's been outside, I took a load of photographs, brought it back inside. I should be cracking on with this hydroform, getting that all welded up, but I'll do that. Once I've done this video, I'll show you a video. I've got a great nice thing. Basically, I was stood here thinking, flipping love Nortons, you know. And it's probably one of my favourites to do is doing a Norton, and that's basically because of the family connection. Because Grandad used to own Manx Nortons. He didn't own Manx Nortons. He didn't have like a few of them in his garage. He owned all of Manx Norton. So he owned the rights to it, the name, the jigs, the drawings, just all of it, all the old parts, everything. But not everything, because it had been through a few hands by then. It started off Manx Norton went bust, didn't they? And then that Norton Villiers Triumph come off the back of that. Well, the Manx bit of it, the race department, got split off in the deal. So the government, I think the government put them all together. They probably bought Norton out, put them all together, the bike companies. Manx Norton didn't go with it. So who bought that? Colin Seeley. Colin Seeley bought it. He had it for a bit. I think the rumours go that he stripped all Dommy Racer parts out of it. He just wanted all Dominator stuff. So then he took all that, and then he gave it to John Tickle. Well, he didn't give it, he sold it to John Tickle. John Tickle had it. He used up the rest of the parts, made them all into Tickle Manxes. Did that for, well, no, I don't know, that was 70s, weren't it? 60s to 70s. Then, yeah, when did my Grandad buy that? I think my Grandad bought it in late 70s. So then he went bust, I think, and Colin Seeley ended up buying it again. Or he were a broker, so when Tickle put it up for sale, it went through Colin Seeley. So it went back into Colin Seeley's hands, and then my Grandad bought it off Colin Seeley. And he had it from the 70s to the 90s, I think, or early 80s to mid 90s. Then my Grandad sold it to Mona, who owns it all now. So yes, we've got a like big long history with Norton. Pretty much this is all here. It's off the back of Manx Norton, isn't it? Which is weird to say. It's off the back of my Grandad's hard work. So yeah, doing Nortons, love Nortons. Grandad's had a few. Yeah, he's had Tickle Manxes, Inters, CS1. Got a lot of pictures of them hanging up on the wall, and I thought, Grandad used to have an Inter, didn't he? I might not have seen it, but I've seen photographs of it, and I've got one hanging up on the wall, so it would be outside. And I thought, let's go and have a look at Grandad's Inter. So it's not focusing in on me at the moment, but yeah, we'll have a look at this. I'll spin it round, I'll show you your bike, and then I'll show you Grandad's because it's extremely weird. That's it. Number 26. Keep that in mind. It's all finished. It is looking works as works can be. But I was talking to the guy yesterday, and he was like, "Are you happy with it?" And I'm like, absolutely over the moon with it. That is proper. Like, that is the real deal. You won't see a better one. I don't think you'll see a better exhaust pipe on an Inter than that one. It's just right. All of it's right. It looks right, and it's got a silencer inside it. Who like if that passes noise, best exhaust pipes on planet. If it passes noise, it's up in air, and it flipping kicked it right up. Put that flat-sided Mega on it. And look at the flat side on that. I've got a video of me. I've tipped it over. Yeah, that won't touch the floor. That flat bit there. He probably crashed it if that's touching the floor. I won't say we'll touch some wood. Touch some wood. Touch some wood. Don't want him crashing it first time out. So yeah, it's got the flat side on. That helps. Modern tracks, modern tyres. You get them a lot further over than you used to do. So everything wants lifting up. At the moment, I think he'll grind plunger out before he grinds exhaust pipe out. So yeah, it's got a modern take on a vintage exhaust. It's just got everything in it, this exhaust. I am so impressed. I'm impressed with myself with that. It's like just everything, the gaps are all, you couldn't get better gaps. I'm amazed at how well it's turned out. So like right back of here, tiny gap down there. A lot of these you won't even be able to see. And then underneath here, there's like tiny gap underneath there. And then the gap between, hold on. Steve at Car Garage come round, I stopped video. Basically Ashley's doing some wedding flowers for my cousin's wedding tomorrow. And she's going to put them out in garden in Bolton. We're having a garden party wedding. And it feels like it's going to bomb it down. So I need to message Ashley now, actually tell her it's slipping, it might rain, and don't know what to do with it then. Stick it in garage, just throw a sheet over it or do something, but like, yeah, that's the worst nightmare, innit? It's more pressure than doing this. These are pressure because they need to go race meeting, but if it didn't make the race meeting, it won't be end of world. But if it rains and all them flowers disappear for a wedding, yeah, that could be end of world, couldn't it? So anyway, yeah, let's get back onto the bike. Let's get back. I'll spin it round, and I don't know where I was at, but I feel like, yeah, all my life, 37 years worth of learning is in that. Just from all that, just from seeing loads of these bikes in my lifetime. It's all come together in the last 10 years when I've been learning how to make exhaust pipes, but it's a lot of history. Right guys, just had to, I messaged Ashley, crisis averted, she's checking the weather on a constant basis, basically. So, yeah, this, like I say, it's just a lifetime's worth of work, that. Yeah, just everything I've learned about what Manx Mega should look like. That was Grandad's first lessons of what years, how that's evolved to be a flat-sided Mega. And really, it should just have a big, massive round one on, but that's the same dimensionally as a big fat plunger one, but it's flat-sided. So yeah, it's just a nice thing. And then let's go and see Grandad's bike. So yeah, this is 1930s into garden gate Manx plunger, whatever you want to call it. It's a proper racing Manx, this one. It's a works bike. Well, Grandad used to have a road version of this, and I thought I'll dig out a photograph of that. And it's over there, and look what number he's got on front of it. How weird is that? I think that might be Grandad like on Banbury Run. That can't be on Banbury Run because they're pre-war bikes. But he's taking that. He's doing a rally on it somewhere. It's got a big massive Brooklands can on it and a number 26. And then it's out there a number 26, which is eerily weird, isn't it? Proper weird. It's a shame I've not got on that wall any of them pictures of Grandad and his Manx Norton article, the Manx Men of Rochdale. I'll get it printed out, that, and put it up here at some point. The only other one there is, there's Grandad up there fixing a CS1, which is earlier than the bike that's here. So that's like a late 20s bike as a CS1. That's another nice Norton. So yeah, he's had a fair few as Grandad. Like I say, that's how this has come to be. So I don't know what else to go to do about that. Just pretty much say, yeah, let's hope that he fires it up when he's here. But let's say he could be here well late, and I've got a wedding tomorrow. I'm going to go and sort suits out, and not suits because it's going to be red hot, I think, pants and shirt. Have a shower, get myself cleaned, have a shave, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I want to get out of here because I've been in here late, flipping every night this week and work weekend. Just want to go home, chill out for the weekend. I'm having weekend off. So Yeah, right, have a good one. And if he fires this up outside, I'll make sure I get camera out and stick it on here. I think